has a cup with his picture on the cup.
Right.
And I said, gee, I don't have a cup that's personalized in any way. And today I got a letter and a Federal Express package from Debbie Clark in Evansville, Indiana, who works for one of those companies that makes the cup. And it says, Dear Gary, we agree with you that you should have a mug with your name on it. And I wanted you to have it in such a rush that I immediately took it out of the kiln and rushed it to you. And this is from Debbie Clark in Evansville, Indiana. And I just want to thank Debbie for this cup that says
very nice.
Gary on it. And,
wait a minute.
Yeah. This is a nice cup. I think you got to leave these in the kiln a certain length of time, don't you? No, this is all right. We'll just...
Debbie was a little over anxious to get
Yeah, we'll just put that gag over there. Okay. So
No.
on to something else. Thank you, Debbie, seriously.
No, you know, you did remark that you wanted to have, and Debbie only sent you one that had your name on it, faulty at that. But I want you to know that everybody here on the Tonight Show, we heard your words about wanting a cup with your picture on it.
Right.
And we got you one. We got you one, Gary. Here it is, right there. Do you know what we had to go through to get the masking tape for that?
This is very nice. And now every time I drink, like I mess up my hair. That's a very valuable.
Hey, wait a minute. Let me look at
thanks.
the picture. That's a real sexy kind of a pose there.
Well, we don't want to sit here and look at pictures of me. We can do that later. There'll be plenty of time for that.
Okay, listen.
Let's move.
We do have a lot of show tonight, and we got to move on with it. But how about the plugs?
I have plugs. These are the plugs for tonight. Doc always reads plugs.
I don't.
What?
But we're not going to do the goofy plugs about your friends, you know, I mean, all that.
No, if you haven't been watching all week, I don't blame you. And second of all, Doc likes to read plugs as the part of the show where you get to shine. And all week I've given you silly plugs that were plugs for my friends and stuff because I'm not working this summer, so I really have nothing to plug. But these are actually my upcoming dates.
Okay, so I'll read them. Right. June 7th. Gary has a date with Barbara at Maria's Kitchen in Sherman Oaks.
Right.
Hey, man, now wait a minute. You know, it's bad enough that we're doing these, but, you know, this is a very cheap way to get a free meal.
Did you mention Maria's Kitchen on Ventura Boulevard in Sherman Way? Barbara, you should feel free to have whatever you like on the menu as well. But these are my dates, and let's just...
okay, we have another one.
You do them so well.
Following right up at August 17th. You mean you're not doing anything from June 7th to August 17th?
Well, you know, the summer's going to go by like that, seriously.
Okay,
Before you know it, that comes
Gary
around.
will be with Carol Blankman on August 17th playing Goofy Golf.
You know, weather permitting.
And then, of course, zipping right along, hardly a day later, December 31st. Gary will be ushering in the new year with Wheel of Fortune's Vanna White. I'd like to know how you're going to usher in anything with Vanna.
Well, first of all, I'm going to get a big wheel in my bedroom. And go from there.
I love it.
Just hope it doesn't hit bankrupt the first time. And so let's go on to Howie, because he's a friend of mine.
Oh, and a very
and everybody
fine guy.
loves Howie. He's known, of course, as Howie's plays Dr. Wayne Fiscus on St. Elsewhere, and he's in a movie called A Fine Mess in August, and he'll be at Harrah's in Lake Tahoe on July 4th. My friend Howie Mandel.
How you doing? I know how to speak that.
You do. You speak it very well.
Oh,
so
that's the. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I mean, I feel confident and dry. My hair is manageable, and look at the body. All that stuff really works.
We talk the same language.
We do talk the same language, and somebody out there talk.
Easy. Howie.
Well, nice talking to you.
All right. I do it all wrong. I use words. And Howie.
That's how you talk to women in Westwood when you're going by at 30 miles an hour. You just roll down the window and you go, ah!
And does that work?
I don't know, but women look. I see guys doing it all the time. It only works in a car at 30 miles an hour. It doesn't work at a party. You can't just walk up to a woman and go, ah!
Why, have you tried that and know that it doesn't work, or?
Well, yeah. I did. Well, one time, if the girl's wearing culottes, it works.
Now, how does that? I don't get that. Why does it work?
I don't get it either. I don't understand what I just said, but it does work.
All right.
I love a woman in culottes, and satin culottes, and a dickie.
Well, who doesn't, really?
You too? Hey, I want to, before we begin, we did, but let's go back. I'm supposed to plug, I have a new album out, a new comedy album. The record company said hold it up. So.
Right, they're getting that.
Oh, they are?
There you go.
This is what I'm supposed to plug it, and this is my new comedy album, Howie Mandel Fits Like a Glove, recorded live off my tour. And also, I did an HBO special, but this is different material than the HBO special, and it also comes in tape. It comes in tapes, and, so, however you want to play it. Listen to this, Doc. Oh, yeah!
So is it also available in 8-track as well, or?
No, that's not in anymore.
All right,
that's great. It's my tape. You can have
good.
it.
I haven't seen this album.
I'm stuck.
Oh, Howie, we've got a horrible problem.
Oh, God.
Now, let me ask you this, Howie.
It's in stores right now.
Okay, good luck. I think you've held it up long enough.
Okay.
Great. All right, fits like a glove.
All right. Let's put it right over here.
We'll come right back. We're going to take a break. Come right back. Stay tuned. More with Howie. Funny. Well, Howie,
good to be back.
You're happy to be back.
I'm happy to be back.
I've known you for a few years, and I've never met your parents, is what I was going to ask you about.
Oh, you never met my family?
I never met your family, and I was wondering if are they unusual at all, or are they pretty normal? Or is it...
They're normal. It's a normal family, just like everybody else. Every Sunday night, we used to sit around the fireplace, scraping turtles along Velcro, yelling out brand names of mayonnaise.
What? Right.
But I had an aunt, like everybody else. You ever have one of those aunts that always came over and squeezed your cheeks?
Mm-hmm.
I had one that used to squeeze my cheeks from the inside. She said, just reach in there, and she had long nails, and she just got, you're so cute, and just like puncture right through. Her nail once came right through, and I was bleeding, and I had to have 8 stitches. And then she never said I was cute anymore, because I had this scar. And, but no, they were normal. My mom used to always tell me things like, Howie, don't play with yourself. So I started bringing, that's not funny. I started bringing...
Well, how long ago was that?
No,
Maybe that's the funny part.
No, she said that, so I started bringing friends home. Should say hi to my grandmother. Bless her heart, she's 86, and she just started this week. She started birth control. She told me she doesn't want any more grandchildren.
Yeah.
Does that work?
I don't know. It probably works. She doesn't have any more since you, does she? Or?
Well, there's my brother, who came after me, and then you know what I was just gonna say? You and me have the same birthday.
Yes, we do. November 29th.
29th.
Is our birthday.
Is our birthday. And every year we say, hey, this year we're going to celebrate together, and every year we don't. So right now on national TV, let's say it again and then not.
Okay, let's say it at the... I was going to say, okay, let's say it at the same time. Let's celebrate our birthdays together.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
It's not fun.
I'm not going to say
It's not going to be fun. I mean, it's not... If we did it, it wouldn't be a lot of fun to do.
Our birthdays together?
No, saying it at the same time.
How old are you? I'm older than you.
Yeah, I'm 30.
See, I'm 36.
So then you are older.
That's what I always said.
No, that's how it works. It's not a joke.
That's why we shouldn't celebrate it together.
We shouldn't.
Only if we were the same
But you know,
age
on the same date, you can celebrate yours 6 years after me.
Well, I'm having deja vu of some sort right now, and it's not great. It's not a great feeling.
That's like you've been here before.
But I was here.
But you had a guide.
You're very funny tonight. Now, how are you treating your kid? You have a daughter.
Isn't that weird?
It's weird to me to think of you with a daughter. It's
probably weirder for my...
I imagine you playing with most of her toys, frankly. I don't know.
She's not allowed to touch my stuff.
What?
Isn't that weird? I mean, look at me. You know, I'm somebody's dad.
Boy, you talk about birth control. There would be a...
That's weird. It's fun. It's fun. I have fun, you know. I like to hold up pants and say cookie, say cookie. I want to follow her to school the first day when the teacher goes, anybody want a cookie? My daughter's going to go, got mine on.
Yeah, and that'll probably come in great when she's dating. So, let me ask you this, Howie. See, I met you when you first moved to Los Angeles. I remember very well. Do you remember we went out to eat, and you started to tell me the stuff you did in high school, which was equally as frightening. I mean, you were a nutcase in high school.
I wasn't a nutcase in high school.
But you got thrown out of like 3 schools or something.
Yeah, they were nutcases. They threw me out. They didn't throw me. I mean, they just asked me to leave. They just said, Howie. Well, in school, I was Howard. I was always Howard. They said, go. I got thrown out of high school for hiring a company to put an addition onto the library. No, it's not funny. Apparently, you're not authorized to do that unless... I didn't actually hire a company. I was getting 3 bids. I was being responsible about it. And they saw, that's a true story. That's not a joke. And they saw the company out there surveying, and the guy came out and he said, what are you doing? He says, we're giving a bid on the addition. And he said, who authorized it? And they told him who authorized it. And I didn't have the authority. And they called my parents, and Mr. and Mrs. Mandel are sitting there. They said, you know, your son is hiring a company to put an addition on the library. So they said, well, that's it. He can't attend the school anymore. He has to go home. They sent me home, and I put an addition onto my room.
That's a great one to do in school.
Any others? Any others?
In school? That is a great one.
I mean, I can't think back in school. I got thrown out of school a lot. I did a lot of things.
What about the fire extinguisher?
Well, that wasn't in school. That was at a restaurant. That's not even a gag. There's a lady. I was in a restaurant. I was eating, and there was a lady sitting at the next table, not sitting, standing, and talking to people at the next table. And I'm sitting there eating, and she was talking to those people, and her rear was in my veal for like 10, 15 minutes.
Veal, in your veal, right?
Yeah, I was in my veal.
So anything you do from this point, we can't really blame you for. Go on, all right.
So I took the fire extinguisher off the wall, and I put it under the table, and I pulled the pin, and I aimed the hose up her dress. But, you know, a lot of women use the foam.
You know, Howie,
right now,
let me say this to you right now.
Okay, say it. Say it to me now and then say it again.
I think they're starting to understand why we don't spend our birthdays together. We're going to come right back. You're a good friend. We'll come right back. My next guest, we're going to move right on. My next guest is a friend, and he's a terrific actor.